someone. Been trying, but it doesn't get any better. The more I try, the more it gets worse. We both know we'll never go any further.
What about this? Did that work? I guess not. Oh, it did. Oh, perfect. Nice. Cool. It's because normally when I record my own audio and the PC audio into two different tracks. And apparently, when I stream, it does not pick up on both of those tracks, so I had to change that up. Perfect. Perfect. Hello. Welcome. Welcome. I can see Reggie and Incheon guy here in the chat. I hope it's not too either late or early for you guys. I tried to do it as in the middle as possible, as to actually have people be able to join. And when I say in the middle, I mean like, okay, so it's 9:18 p.m. in Korea, and it should be like morning in the US. Not sure. I know, Incheon guy, you're from Korea, right? Or at least you live in Korea. And it's 8 in, okay, in PH. That was PH. Is that Philippines? Philippines? Or yep, Philippines. Nice. All right. So the plan is to go through, first of all, the Q&A questions that were left in the comments of the YouTube video. Of course, you guys can ask questions in the chat if you want to. Oh, no worries. No, no worries. And then afterwards, we'll go and pick out the winner from the Instagram. Now, typically, there's supposed to be like a picker, right? One of those random ones where just, I believe that's what I used last time, where I just put in the link and it just picks someone. I think, what is this? Commentpicker.com. That sounds very reasonable. Let me just see if this actually works, and if do just a quick tester. Free Instagram comment picker. This sounds very much like some kind of virus or something. Can I not just? Oh, I need to log in. No, I'm not sure if that's gonna work, because I need to log in with my Facebook, and I'm not sure my IG is connected to my Facebook. So that's not. Oh wait, this one just takes a URL. Okay, let's try this. Boom. See if I can just pick this. Scan. Getting comments. Please wait. Number of people attending 25. Let me just check if that's actually correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 should 20 though. Yeah, I could, but some people have commented. Some people have commented multiple times, so I guess we just have to remove those. Well, I guess I should just only take the comments that are actually, I guess, the entries. Just sometimes these randomizers are easier just because there's a graphic and stuff, and it also looks cooler. So I put that up on the screen, and it's just like, and then it's like, yeah, you are the winner. Something sometimes just a little bit more fun to look at. Let me try and do this one that wants me to lock in. Oh, I don't want to. Instagram professional account. Oh, this should be. Oh, okay, this one is good. I think I found something good here. Maybe. No. Hello. Did it not lock me in? Try that again. Oh, I need to. I think I need to reload. No. I'm pretty sure I used this one last time, but I guess this one just doesn't work. The comments arrangement. Well, yeah, that's true, but there are also people who've like there's someone who just tagged their friend and said join this giveaway and stuff. So but I should be able to. So the thing is, I should be able to just with some of these pickers just be able to give the link and then tick off like only unique comments and stuff. But this one that I'm trying to use here that I'm pretty sure I used last time just does not seem to want me to log in, so I won't be using that one, I guess. How about this one? Let's see, from comments. Next, this one is filled with ads, but number of. What is this? Specified in. Avoid duplicates. Specify accounts winner must follow this account. Ah, perfect. Ah, see. Now I'm finding something good. I think. Wow, this one has like must have profile picture and stuff. That obviously that's not needed. But let me do a check for this one. It says obviously I won't be picking it out now, the winner. I'll be waiting just a bit. I'll do the Q&A first. But I'm just checking to see if this works and if it picks out that, okay, these comments are not entries. Because I don't want duplicate entries. That's kind of unfair. It's obviously very, very unfair. Yeah, see, this one then. Okay, this one actually picks up duplicates. I do not want that, obviously. Oh, wait, get unique users. Oh, of course. Okay, that works. I just didn't see that. Okay, perfect. This one should probably work then. Let's see, try is free. It should only pick like, it should only be like 20 or 21 entries, it should say. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, 19 entrants. That probably fits, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 11. Wait, what? 9, what? 9, 12, 11, 9, 10, 11. What? Just don't mind that. That was not me just completely disregarding a number. I think that should work. Perfect. Okay, so now that's ready at least. So let me now find the questions from last time. Let's see if I can do a quick, like, a cool little. I used this artist called Ren on Spotify. He does like lo-fi music based upon like anime intros and like Nintendo OSTs, so like Pokemon games and stuff. He's got pretty good stuff. Should be pretty relaxing. It's just lo-fi. Hope you guys can hear the music now as well. Because if so, then everything should be set up perfectly now. Perfect. Yeah, I would guess Reggie was an ITZY fan. Or is an ITZY fan. Also, remember, if I remember correctly, Reggie is also a Day 6 fan, right? Seem to remember some of your comments being about the good old Day 6. JYP. Well, JYP does have some really good groups. So, I don't blame you. Where's the... There we are. I think, no, that's not it. Need to find my video. Yeah, that is very, very well said. Aren't we all? Alright, I think I have the comments here. Perfect. Alright, I guess when I turn this into a video instead of a stream, I'd have to somehow pick out the comments and actually have them on the screen. I'm not gonna do that now because this is already taking a lot longer to set up than I realized it would. It's funny because last time when I did a stream, which is like a couple of months ago, it just worked. As soon as I pressed stream, it took the correct outputs and everything. It just works, but for some reason not this time. But I'm thinking, let's try and get into. Well, I guess if there's nothing here, maybe I should just go to the actual video and look at the comments instead. Because I was looking within YouTube Studio. Because if I do that, I can actually just show the screen, I guess. If I... Yeah, I am using OBS. That's what I usually use for recording. But I'm just not used to streaming. Because that's a whole nother art. And also, I need to change so many settings because it's like, no, when I typically record, I record 2 screens at once. Like, I record myself in full HD and then the screen in full HD, but I obviously can't do that for a stream. Let me do it like this. What's up, guys? Welcome. Oh. That's probably heard that. What's up, guys? That's probably heard that again. That also makes sense. I've actually used it for that as well. Back when Twice did their world tour, not their world tour, their online one, the World in a Day one, I was one of the people that were lucky enough to be like behind the scenes. I don't know what to call it. Like, you know, when they put up the screen in the background with people from all around the world, I was one of the people that got to join that. So I recorded that whole thing because I wanted to do a video on it. I never got around to actually doing a video on it because it was kind of scuffed, like that whole thing. Yeah, fan, it's in the that whole it was like really, like it was really scuffed, but it was also really funny by how scuffed it was. All right, let me see if I can just do this. You guys will, I guess, see all my my bookmarks and stuff. I should probably remove. I can hide bookmarks bar. Perfect. Because I have like some school stuff up there. All right, if I now. Oh. Oh. Okay. This should work. How if I this? This? Perfect. Okay, I got it now. Let's do this. And I hope for you guys, it's clear enough to be able to see the comments. Maybe I should zoom in a bit. That should have worked. I only just set this whole thing up today because normally I don't record like this. Normally I just do this like perfect. You can see them. Normally I only do this like in post production, add the overlay and everything. Or I guess not really an overlay, like the behind lay, underlay. But let's get into the questions, starting with I do not know how to pronounce this username. Ziratix or X. Oh, I guess it's like XII Rad IIX maybe. Who's been actually following me for a long time, says, I followed you on your whole Dreamcatcher/GFriend journey, of which GFriend I started like long ago. That was like one of the first groups I got into when I started the channel. Saying thank you for reacting to them. Their question is, if I could attend a K-pop concert of a disbanded inactive group, who would I choose and why? So, of all of the groups that I'm reacting to, not too many of them are actually disbanded or inactive, right? Because I guess GOT7 is kind of inactive. They haven't really disbanded. They're only doing solo stuff currently, but they do still do music. Same with like Girls' Generation. I guess the only really disbanded groups are like Lovelies or GFriend. I'm gonna be honest. Probably GFriend, because I've seen BBG on stage, and GFriend was one of the first groups I got into. It was one of the few groups I'd heard about before even starting my YouTube channel. Because the only groups I kind of had heard about before starting my YouTube channel were outside of the groups I already knew, I was already into. Were like G-Friend, Blackpink, Red Velvet. Those 3 groups. I already knew Twice, Day 6, and ITZY, but outside of those 3 groups, that was what I knew. So probably G-Friend, I'm gonna say. They have a lot of good songs that we haven't heard in a long time. They disbanded really, really unfairly. It was just a sudden, you know, yeah, guys, you're not here anymore kind of disbandment, which was kind of BS. So if I was able to kind of bring them back in order to do just one last concert, I'd do G-Friend. Oh yeah, I guess they're also, yeah, Wonder Girls Miss A. I have heard a couple of their songs. Some of the yeah, I didn't think about second generation like that, like the groups that had already disbanded at the time I started my YouTube. Yeah, Wonder Girls Miss A, wonderful groups as well. I've only heard some of their title tracks through the game, what's it called? Superstar JYP Nation. That's about it. TLC, I haven't actually heard anything from. I plan on checking them out because I'm currently watching Queendom Puzzle on Patreon, and Yeon I've really been liking. You spend too much on. I mean, I get it. I used too much money as well when I started because I wanted to collect all of the Twice cards. Now I don't play it anymore at all because if I do, I'm gonna fall back into the whole spending. And I don't want to spend. But to answer the question fully, probably G-Friend. I gotta be honest. I still have yet to see like Yuju, Yedin, and someone on stage. So I'd love to see them on stage along with the rest of the members. There are some of their songs I would adore to see, like Megustus 2, Rough, like that whole beginning trilogy. Fingertip is one of my favorites. I would really love to hear Fingertip live. Even some of the, like Apple is probably one of my favorite title tracks from G-Friend. I would love to hear that live. So probably G-Friend to answer the question. Yeah. I just well, to answer your question again, I'm not sure if you heard my answer, but I would say G-Friend. In terms of disbanded groups, I could just attend. Because I attended the BBG fan meeting when I was in Korea a year ago. That's actually probably like perfectly a year ago now, right? Exactly a year ago. Yeah, I am following. Well, I'm following all 5 of them that are still active within music. I'm still hoping someone's doing something. Yeah, Ancient Guy saying ITZY cards always limited edition. Yeah, Dalcom really went like halfway through all of the or like after what Icy, I think around that time they just went full into the limited edition for all of the groups. It was just like, yeah, limited edition, and it ended up being too much money to play the game. All right, let's move on to the next question, which is a very hard question because I saw this beforehand and I actually had to think about this, and I'm not even sure if I can answer this. Out of all 4th generation groups, which would be your top 3 and why? Now, a reason why I think this is such a hard question is that to me at least, it does not really feel like the early Gen 4 groups are within the same Gen 4 or within the same generation as the newer Gen 4 groups. Like, I very much see like Yoji Idol, Luna, ITZY, aespa as like the 4th gen groups. And I'd almost argue that the newer groups like IVE, New Jeans, Le Seraphim, NMIX, and such, they are very much either a 4.5 generation or like a 5th generation, because there's such a big difference between those 2 groups. Also, since like it began in like 2021, and like with 2021 being like that's kind of when COVID ended, and with well, at least as like a pandemic, so everything kind of stopped. And one of the things that people talk about Gen 4 being is like, yeah, this was the time where these groups really had to kind of come up with something creative, because you couldn't do live stuff, like you couldn't do in-person stuff. So I already have, there are just so many 4th generation groups that a top 3 is hard. It also changes constantly, I feel like. Oh, okay, 2022 in Korea for the restrictions. But yeah, like New Jeans debuted in 2022. So did Le Seraphim, NMix, TSR. I've late 2021. So I don't know. Just personally, I see that as a whole different generation. So it's a hard question to answer. I guess not anymore. They can't be considered new, but I still consider them kind of like a. Oh yeah, I guess that's true. Some of them are former Ice One members, but same could be said for Luna, because Luna is as a group, they are technically 4th generation. They came out in 2018, if I'm remembering correctly. But like the individual debuts happened all the way from back to 2016. So I guess you're kind of right about that. But still 4th generation, right? But I don't know. I'd probably, without trying to make people angry, as the Incheon guy's saying, because I know people can be upset, but I hope not too many of you guys watching get upset about well, my top 3. My current top 3 would probably, I think it's hard to omit a group like Yoja Idol, at least, because they have such a big impact in many things. I think their discography is absolutely brilliant. So I'd at least mention them within the top 3. And then I'm just not going to mention anyone else. because then it's going to become like a full-on those versus those. But I do want to shout Yoja Idol out anyways. I'm also going to see their concert soon. But I think there are so many brilliant groups within the 4th generation that it's really, really hard to do a top 3. And it's, as I said, it's constantly changing, really depending on the album that comes out, depending on the era. So it's hard. It's really hard to answer that question. But Yoja Idol has like a special place in my heart. They were the first. They were not the first. They were like the first. They weren't. I was about to say they were the first 4th generation group I got into, but they weren't, because that was ITZY. But yeah, Yoja Idol's up there. But let me move to your next question, Reggie, because you have another question that's, I know you love Day 6 as well. Would you attend a Day 6 concert if there were to have one around your area? And I might as well just say yes. The Day 6 were the first artists that I actually watched at a concert. They were the ones that really got me down the rabbit hole of going to concerts. Kind of luckily, that's like it's weird to say luckily, but like the whole world just closed down after I went to the Day 6 concert, because I went in the beginning of 2020 in Berlin, and then there were no physical concerts for 2 years, so I didn't use any money on that at all. But as soon as like the restrictions lifted, I went to so many different concerts. I've been to so many concerts at this point. I have 6 concerts planned on going to. So it's I'm gonna say yes. I'm really hoping that Day 6 return to Europe. I would love it if they come to Denmark. They probably won't, but I feel like Day 6 are of a size and like of a niche enough that they would be able to come. Because I feel like in Denmark it's either like you either go to the biggest stadium, which is the Royal Arena, or you go to some of these smaller venues. And I feel like Day 6 is like a perfect group for one of those smaller venues, because it's more intimate and it's perfect for rock, the kind of music Day 6 does. Yeah, that's very true. All of the extra content we got during lockdown was crazy, but it was a lot of fun. And yes, I want to go to a Day 6 concert again. They're really, really good. We're the second group I got into. Yeah, France do get most of the cap. It's always like, England, France, and Germany. But France is so expensive, so I kind of, or at least Paris is so expensive. So whenever there's a possibility to go to London instead, I go to London, because There's a lot more. London's is a lot more just of a nice price range. I was recently there last weekend. I was in London for the Odd Eye Circle concert. It's honestly crazy as you're saying that France. I remember you said this before, that France were like the biggest in Europe in terms of album sales. I honestly did not know that. I thought it would have been England. But then I went to Paris to see Dreamcatcher, and the whole, like, people turn up so much earlier in order to queue for a concert in Paris than they do in, like, Berlin and London and stuff. In Berlin and London, you can go at, like, 11 and still get a pretty good spot. For Dreamcatcher, I went at 1 a.m. and still were in, like, the third or fourth row. Man, there's such a big difference between French fans and the rest of European fans, at least in terms of queuing and I guess buying albums. You want to go to Day 6 Con as well, but then Twice just had this. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Day 6 Con. I don't actually know what that is. Veggie. But while you answer that, let's move on to the next question, which is from Jindrax27. Do you play any games? And honestly, not really anymore. It's been a long time since I've just sat down to play games. I bought the new what's it called? Scarlet and what? Scarlet and Violet Pokemon games. I have it up on my shelf. I have not opened it yet. I have not even had it inserted into my Switch yet. I bought it as a pre-order right when it came out. I just don't really feel like I have the time anymore. I do a lot of recording for the channel and editing as well. And it probably takes out like at least 4 hours a day on YouTube. And then also I've been obviously studying, working, which in and of itself is like 40-50 hours a week. So I honestly do not have time to play any games anymore. Sometimes I play mobile games. There's a game that has recently been re-released. It's called Little Alchemist. That's a lot of fun. It's got a lot of fun references to different shows and stuff. And it's easy to just do a little quick battle and then out of it. But I've kind of burned out on it a little bit because I played it so much, like every day. It was the only thing I did when I was not doing YouTube work or sleeping, studying. So not too much anymore. Honestly, there's the occasional Minecraft just to relax, but that's it, honestly, in terms of games. And I'm kind of saddened by it, but I hopefully someday I'll be able to get have more time to do the games. Let's see. Oh, you mean concert by Day 6 Con is what she's saying. And Ancient Guy is saying Korea's eagerly waiting for a Day 6 group comeback. I know Young K, yeah, as Regi's saying, Young K is coming with an album next month, and I cannot wait to get into that. But I too am so excited to finally have another Day 6 album at some point. I don't remember how many of the Day 6 members have returned from military service, because I know obviously Young K has, but I'm not sure about like Woojin and Doan, and all of them have returned. Okay. Because I feel like we haven't seen too much to Woojin and Doan since they went into military service. We've seen Young K being host, and I've seen a couple of stuff from Sungjin. He was also the one who went into military service first, so it makes sense. Okay, Wonpil and Doan are still in the military, so I guess we'll have to wait for them to return before we get a comeback. But they should be returning within the year, if I'm not mistaken, right? Like within 2023. But let's move on to the next question, which is from Greensparks CM6CS. I really appreciate reactors who put an effort into editing their videos. You seem to be good at editing. First of all, thank you. What do you do in life, or what is your actual job? The funny thing is, my actual job has nothing to do with editing, really. Currently, I work in like an after-school daycare. I'm not sure if you guys have that where you guys are from, but it's basically like it's at the school. It's because school ends at like 1 p.m. It's for the younger grades from like ages 5 to 10, around those ages. School ends at 1, and then there's like this after school daycare thing we have here that is open until 5, such that, you know, parents can come and get their children. I'm not actually sure how many countries have that outside of outside of Denmark. But I work there currently as a substitute. I've worked there for almost 4 years. But I've been studying computer science, and that's the point. The point is to, at some point, get a job within computer science. Obviously, was finished with my bachelor's here at the beginning of summer, and I plan on taking a master's, in like half a year or something. So my actual job has nothing really to do with editing. I enjoy editing. I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's fun to, but I also very much try to be efficient with it. So I create a lot of different presets for myself in order to use those for editing. You guys have probably seen the small stingers I have for what I'm about to react to within my videos. Those I create in After Effects, and then I upload them to the cloud, upload them to the what's it called, Adobe Cloud, and then I can just pull them down in Premiere Pro and change the things, like change some variables that I myself set when I create them in After Effects, and then I use those kinds of things. So it's really, all my editing is really just me trying to get inspiration and then learn how to do stuff like that myself, and then use that within the videos. But yeah, that's to answer that question. I do not work within editing. I work with kids, and soon probably programming. Let's see, what are you guys saying? One pill will be discharged on November 27th, and will be discharged around July. Oh, so Dawn just released. Oh, so July 2023. Okay. Alright, so we're really only missing one pill then, and then hopefully probably a comeback coming from day 6 right after that. Which is not bad. Let's see. Next question is from Jamar. What's your favorite anime right now, and can you recommend a show? Because I'm currently only watching One Piece and some 100. Now, if you guys have been following me for a bit, I also did a couple of One Piece reactions over on Patreon. I never edited them for YouTube. I do want to start like anime reactions, but I would do a separate channel for that. But I'm a huge One Piece fan. It's my favorite anime of all time. I think it's such a cool and intricate story to get into. I haven't I'm mostly reading the manga instead of actually watching the show. I haven't watched the show in a long time. Last time I watched the show was when I did reactions for the show, which are only available on Patreon. As I said, I don't think I what's it called? I don't think I edited them down for YouTube. It's a lot of work to actually edit down anime reactions. So it's a lot harder. Yeah, I have a separate tier as well on Patreon. I'm trying to remove it, but someone has been subscribed to my anime tier, so I can't remove it. So that's kind of fun. But I did that on Patreon as well more so because I wanted to do if I did anime reactions on YouTube as well, I wanted to make it so that people that only watch me for anime could, you know, subscribe only for the anime stuff on Patreon. And the same with K-pop. If you're not interested in anime, you could subscribe on Patreon for only the K-pop stuff. So that's really why I did that. I thought that was just a lot easier to do. But at this point, I'm not doing any of the 2 tiers TV show and anime over on the Patreon. Hopefully I can at some point, but currently I'm not. I just can't remove them because people are subscribed to them. So yeah. Recommending a show of anime. So it really depends. Since you're watching One Piece and some 100, my guess would be you like something a little bit more shonen-like. The obvious recommendations would be Naruto, which is not a bad series at all. I love Naruto. And other shonen series like Attack on Titan, Black Clover probably, Nanatsu no Taizai, what's it called? Seven Deadly Sins is what it's called in English. But personally, some of my favorite animes outside of One Piece, outside of that genre, are some of those more kind of slice of life-esque anime. Something like Oregairu was one of my favorite animes when I was in not high school, like at the end of my primary school and then also high school. Such a good series. I still love it to this day. I think it's very good at showing the insecurities of people when they're that young, around like 15, 16 years old, earlier than that maybe. Something like Violet Evergarden, I think, is a gorgeous show. Really, really good at showing emotions. We have something like some of the isekais that I really like ReZero. I think is a really, really cool twist on isekais. Konosuba being really much of a satire almost isekai. So shows like that, Oregairu, or it's also called My Romantic Comedy or Love Comedy is wrong as I expected, something else. It's a really long title, but I definitely recommend that one if you want some high school stuff. Violet Evergarden is an incredible one. It's very, very emotional series. That would definitely recommend those. ReZero, probably my favorite isekai anime. A lot of stuff to watch. I think there are really good animes out there. Interesting guys saying you watched Naruto when their kids were growing up. And Rigi is saying the only anime I've watched and keeping up to is Attack on Titan. Excited and kind of sad for the last final part. I haven't actually watched the most recent episode of Attack on Titan, which was released like, I think it was like an hour and a half long, something along those lines, where it was divided into two. I wanted to push that until the last part is out so I can watch both of those together. I actually do want to do reactions to those, and I'm probably going to be doing that and then uploading them to the channel, because I feel like those will probably be pretty exciting to watch together as a reaction. So I'll probably do that when the last part comes out. But I just didn't want to do, like, watch the first part and then wait for, like, a year until the second part comes out. That's why I haven't done that. But, again, to answer J-Mar's question, ReZero, Oregairu, Violet Evergarden, Attack on Titan, if you haven't watched that, that's a really good series as well. And, obviously, you can always write me on IG. I'll give you more recommendations based on what you have watched, what you like to watch. I've watched a heck ton of anime when I was younger, so... I have a lot of what I would consider good recommendations. Wait, what? You realized it? Denmark? What? What is that? Denmark Take Alive. I'm gonna be honest, I've never heard of that. Let me try to search that up. And you guys saying they're drinking a drink called Denmark. What's it called? Denmark Take Alive. Oh, no, that's the milk thing, right? I actually saw that when I went to Korea. They have, I think it's a milk, right? I may be wrong. Let me just look at the pictures here on Google. Yeah, okay, yeah, I've heard of this. I don't think this is a Danish product, because I've never seen this in Denmark ever. Maybe the, like, a Wikipedia or something would be able to tell us. Oh, there's actually a Reddit post from Denmark. Let's see. It is a South Korean product. So it's got nothing to do with Denmark, according to this Reddit. Sadly not, but I did actually see those things when I went to Korea last time here in March. So I don't know why they're calling it Denmark. Like, just the full brand is Denmark. So I don't know what that is. But I guess, you know, Denmark's a good country. I guess it's free publicity in some way or another. If it works like that. Well, one of them is mango, and we do not have mangoes in Denmark, because that's like, Denmark's pretty cold. We cannot grow mangoes here. I'm not even sure how many. We have apples and pears, strawberries, but maybe, I'm not sure. I saw that they had a mango version I don't even think we grow like grapes and stuff. We import grapefruit. Oh, do we have grapefruits in Denmark? We actually probably do have grapefruits. I think we have citrus fruits like oranges, lemons, grapefruits. I do think we have that. So maybe it's like based upon Danish fruits outside of mango. Oh, blood orange is, I think we have in Denmark as well. Which, IMO, blood orange, grapefruit, same thing, right? both bitter versions of an orange. One just being a little bit more bitter. But let's move on to the next question. Let's move to Tempo PH 2167, who is asking, who are your biases from the 4th gen girl groups? And again, as we talk about 4th gen girl groups, there are so many. So to try and list my biases from the 4th gen girl groups, I would have to first of all remember all of the 4th gen girl groups. Let's try to go from one end to another by saying within ITZY, it's Yeji, who is my bias. Within let's go NMIX, because that's the direct link from ITZY. Within NMIX, it actually was Ginny until she left. Currently, it's probably Soyun. I really am into her voice, because it's so like it's kind of like deep and bright at the same time. I'm not sure if that really describes her voice very well, but I really like her voice like that, and I don't know, she's just an incredible singer. So her Soyun, currently probably from NMIX. Luna, it's going to be Hustle. I really love Hustle from Luna. Albeit I know Luna's kind of a mess right now. If Luna's even like a group anymore. Obviously they have different groups now, but we'll have to see and wait what happens with them. From Yoja Idol, Wookie. I'll need to find a list of like 4th generation girl groups. What do I have in my let me see. I should have like in my about all of the groups I reacted to. Let's see. Of the 4th gen girl groups, I've ITZY was Yeji, NMIX, Soyun, G-Idol, Wookie, Luna, Hustle. Let's see. I don't have anyone in Baby Monster yet, but Baby Monster obviously haven't even debuted yet. Then we have Le Seraphim. Le Seraphim is probably Sakura, because back when Ice One was a thing, I never really got into Ice One. I think I've only heard Fiesta from Ice One, but then but like Sakura was the member that I immediately noticed from Ice One. So she's basically my bias in Ice One without really knowing too many of the other members. Then we have Purple Kiss. They're 4th gen, right? Yuki would be my bias in Purple Kiss, I think. I've really been loving her in Queen and Puzzle. CSR, we have who would be my bias in CSR actually? Probably Gumi? Gumhee? I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that correctly. Gumhee is probably my bias from CSR. I really like her way of rapping. I really like that. So Gumhee from CSR. Then we have Esper. In Esper, it's Winter. Beautiful vocals. Very much an all-rounder. Who else do we got? Ive. In Ive, it's Liz. She's got a really nice vocal to her that I absolutely adore. And she's been opening so much up within their variety shows and stuff. It's super fun to see that evolution of her being really introverted and shy and becoming really outgoing and stuff. That's really fun to see. Everglow, I don't think I have a bias yet, to be honest. I haven't really gotten into their personalities too much. So it's hard to pick from Everglow. I'm really excited for their upcoming album. And hopefully at some point I'll have a bias within Everglow. I probably have to watch some variety shows from Everglow to get one. Then we had Twice not 4th generation. ITZY was Yeji, Need You, Mayoka in Need You. I know they're J-pop, not K-pop, but still. Mayoka. NMIX would be Soyun. Then we have Luna I answered was Hassel. Your idol was Wookie. Secret number is also kind of hard for me because it's been changing a lot. I think right now I'm leaning towards Zoo from Secret Number, but I think for me it's in between like Ginny and Zoo. I really like those two. I think that's all of the 4th generation groups I've gotten into so far. Let me see what you guys say. Just remember, have you reacted to any Stacy? I haven't reacted to any Stacy yet. I do want to get into them. After I've watched what's her name? There was a collaboration stage with Yoon, Wookie, and Liz. And that kind of made me want to check out Stacy. Man, there are so many 4th generation groups that I want to check out, so it's kind of hard. Let's see. Ancient guy saying Chaeryung from ITZY, Kyujin from NMIX, Chaewon from the Seraphim, Hani. Oh, New Jeans, of course. New Jeans Hain for me. But Honey is Ancient guy saying. And then Minji from Secret Number. Shua from Your Idol. Judy in Kiss of Life. I haven't gone into Kiss of Life. I do want to check them out because we have Natty in Kiss of Life. Shanna and Lapillus. I haven't checked Lapillus out. Yeah, I think someone did actually comment that as well about Secret Number. I hope that's true that they have another comeback soon. I do want it to be like an album for once, not a single, not a like we've only had singles so far from Secret Number. But yeah, those are my biases from the 4th generation girl groups. Let's see. Annie Cole Canless 7590. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Thank you for reacting to not so popular groups. When you realize that you have interest, when did you realize that you have an interest in K-pop? When did I start? Honestly, 2018. End of 2018 was when I first really got into K-pop. I got into Twice right before the release of their special gift release. What's it called? The Best Thing I Ever Did. Right before that, I believe it like released a day or two after I began binging their music videos. And that was kind of my real opener into being interested. I'd heard a couple of K-pop songs before. Obviously, Gangnam Style. I'd heard what's it called? By Orange Caramel, the Catalina, I'd heard before. So a couple of songs I'd heard here and there. But my real interest started with Twice. And then the real rabbit hole, well, really began like a month into Twice when I began to watch all of the Twice TV. Then I got into Day 6 and ITZY. And then it was really only those 3 groups I followed until I started this channel, because I thought, okay, I want to check out what the other groups have to offer. And I'd heard a couple of songs from groups before that, like, I'd heard, what's it called? I'd heard Mamamoo's Hip when that was released, and I really, really liked that. And that made me realize there are a lot of other really great groups out there, so I decided to start a YouTube channel in order to kind of explore what else there is. And it's a lot more fun to do it with, well, with, like, people watching, because it's also a lot of help in who should I react to, who should I get into, helping with like information about them, because sometimes there's a lot of like cross information out there. It's a lot easier when people tell me like, yeah, okay, this is the perfect guide to get into. Okay, this song is amazing. This album is really good. This member was not here for this album because, you know, they had this injury, something along those lines. But yeah, 2018, end of 2018 was when I started getting into K-pop, and it's been a lot of fun so far. Honestly, can't imagine not listening to K-pop, because it's one of the only things I listen to by now. K-pop, J-pop, and the occasional more like older Western artists. Like I listen to like Bon Jovi once in a while, Queen, some of the older Western icons. Let's see. Eugene and Eugene is asking. Oh, wait, what is that? That fell off. Wait, that was weird. Will you be reacting to JYP's new girl group project, A2K, and Hype's new debut girl group project, Are You Next? I actually do plan on reacting to both of those, A2K and Are You Next. The only reason I haven't done it yet is because, well, I'm actually doing a lot of other shows currently. I'm both doing, because I wanted both of those to be just Patreon things instead of YouTube things. But I'm doing Last Evaluation currently. I'm doing the second part of Niji Project. I'm doing Itzy's It's Turbok. I'm doing Queen and Puzzle, and I'm also technically doing the Mamamoo Friend Showtime thing, but I just haven't done a reaction in a while. I think there's still 3 episodes. So I already am doing 5 shows over on Patreon. But I do want to check them out. I like the idea of taking like American artists and putting them through, or potential artists and putting them through the Korean training system, because the Korean training system is rough and like it's nothing compared to like what we have here in the West. So I like the idea. I just find it intriguing to see, you know, Western people try to be within this whole training regime that is really rough. And I'm excited to see how that's going to turn out. Ancient guy saying he's waiting for a Korean debut of Need You. I actually thought they were going to have a Korean debut in the beginning of this year, because there were talks about the album, which is now Coconut, being Korean, but I guess it wasn't. 80K won't be K-pop music. They're just using trading a US pop group in the Korean system, but it will be Western pop music. Yeah, I would have figured that was the case, but I still like the idea of like taking, because a lot of Western artists are really good. But like, imagine taking some of these artists and putting them through a training regime where they kind of get trained to their utmost. And I like to think that they will get better as well. And I'd like to see what the difference is going to be. I think that's a really intriguing thought. But yeah, I would not expect them to do a K-pop group. It's the same with Need You, which also is a J-pop group, despite it being, you know, it was Japanese artists coming to, or trainees coming to Korea to train under JYP, and then, you know, they debuted as a J-pop group instead of a K-pop group. Albeit J-pop and K-pop are a lot closer to each other compared to Western, like American pop and Korean pop. No, you're completely right. That's also why we don't see many Western groups have this kind of dance and choreography on stage. Yeah, we have some of singers actually really showing off a performance on stage, but it's like all of these dances are nowhere near as intricate as K-pop dances, choreographies and stuff. That's one of the things I really love about K-pop, is that they have so much going on stage. Like, it's really what Twice's name describes. That is what K-pop is. Like, you listen to them with your ears and you watch them with your eyes. Both of those things are an art, and we don't see too much of that choreography and dance when it comes to Western music. It's really only for the ears. But I would hope that the A2K group that's going to be created is going to be like a they're going to have dance and stuff. They're going to be like a K-pop group in terms of the fact that they'll be doing choreography, they'll be actually having dance within their performances. And not just like what we've previously seen with a lot of the Western groups that didn't necessarily have that much of choreography for the dance. I hope that's the case. I don't mind it being more so American pop than K-pop. I would honestly say that's kind of to be expected if they're supposed to be running the American market instead of the Korean market. K-pop is just a lot more varied in terms of like genres. K-pop is more so an umbrella term, while American pop is just pop. Yeah, some of the old school, like, boy bands, like, yeah, as you're saying, NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, obviously nowhere near as, like, rough as some of the boy groups we have nowadays in K-pop, but still, they had actual choreography for their dances and stuff. We also had, like, we have some of the, like, we have Spice Girls, we have Destiny's Child, we have, One Direction, a lot of other, like, boy bands and girl groups out there, but it's just not the same. But yeah, so I will be reacting to them at some point. It just won't be right now. As soon as I have a spot on Patreon, I'll be reacting to them. Then I'll probably do, as I'm doing a last evaluation, I'll upload only the reactions to the actual performances and stages on YouTube, but the full reaction will be on Patreon. That's probably how it's gonna work. Let's see. The last question for the Q&A is gonna be hard, but what's your top 10 K-pop songs of the year so far? And yeah, that's gonna be hard, especially because some K-pop songs is like, I listen to them so much when they come out, right? And then I have a complete burnout on the song because I don't know, that's just how things work for me. I just, when I have a really good song, I listen to almost only that song. So doing a top 10 of the K-pop songs of this year is gonna be hard, but I'm gonna try my best. But this, like, K-pop songs change so much more than like anything else, because it really depends on mood, it depends on longevity and everything. So let's see what currently. I'm not sure if I'd be able to rank them within the top 10, but I can give 10 of my favorite songs just in any order, because I feel like it would take a little bit more like dwelling to actually rank each of the songs. I'm gonna have to try and remember which comebacks there were this year. K-pop comebacks 2023. Because it's kind of hard to remember which comebacks when 2023, but it does not seem like there's a full-on release calendar thing. Oh, my top 10 most played on Spotify. How do I even see that? Am I able to just see that? Can I find out what that is? Oh, there's a website, right? I believe there's something where you can like go and log. Yeah. Let me see if what is my top 10 played Spotify songs. How does it see your stats on Spotify? Oh, wait, I can actually see it within Spotify, apparently. Let me try and do that. Let's see. Open Spotify on your desktop or the web. Click on your username at the top right corner. Click on Profile to access your Spotify profile. When your profile page appears, scroll down and you see the top artists and top tracks of the current month. You'll see a total of 10 artists and 50 songs. Okay, top tracks this month. Okay, this is okay, interesting. Okay, let me just tell you guys my my top tracks of this month. I wouldn't necessarily put this as my well, that doesn't make sense because like these are not all from 2023. Okay, I guess I'll do both. Okay, so first let me do the top tracks this month on my Spotify. These are kind of random because I just used my playlist and randomize it, but it is Much from Mamamoo. It's You and I from Dreamcatcher. It's Blue Flames from Le Seraphim. It's My Bag from Idol. It's Stay By My Side from Twice. It's Eve, Psyche, and the Bluebeard's Wife from Le Seraphim. Baby Blue Love from Twice, which I'm kind of surprised about. I've listened to it a lot, but I thought I'd listen to other songs more than that. Cheshire from ITZY. It's Shining Bright from CSR, and it's Yeppy Yeppy from Esper. Which a lot of these aren't actually 2023 songs. I think only Shining Bright, Eve, Psyche, and Bluebeard's Wife are 2023 songs. But let me try, because if I just go to my mix playlist actually, because the most recent albums or songs I've added should be some of my favorites, surely, right? I'd add. Okay, let's do this. Yeah, let's just do it. That's what I'm trying to say. I'd most definitely add NMIX's newest release, Roller Coaster. Roller Coaster is such an amazing song to me. I love that song so damn much. Definitely putting that on there. Little bit of recency bias, but I would have Oh My Girls'. No, actually, I actually prefer. I love Party O'Clock as well, but I actually prefer Roller Coaster to Party O'Clock. Just at least as a song to just listen to, like just on the daily. I like just the whole vocal thing that's going on in Roller Coaster is so damn incredible to me that that it's hard not to love that song. Yeah, it's probably, well, it's not really a title track, I guess, but probably one of my favorite B-sides from them. As I said, a little bit recency bias also, but Oh My Girl's Summer Comes, probably one of my favorite summer anthems ever. I think it's such a damn good song. I've listening to it so much. So I would add that one as well to my current top. I would probably have, honestly, CSR's Shining Bright. I also really loved when it came out. I still really like listening to it. So Summer Comes, Shining Bright, and Roller Coaster. All three of them kind of being summery songs. I know Shining Bright is not necessarily a summery songs, but they're all really upbeat and bright. Oh, you know what? Allergy. G-Idol's Allergy. That one has got to be in there as well. I loved Queen Card as well, but I loved Allergy so much more just for the meaning of the song and the lyrics of the song. They were such a heavy hitter to me personally, Allergy. So I like that one a lot. I really loved that one. Okay, actually, it seems like my mix, it's pretty random what songs are in my mix, so I would have to actually just check this release calendar out. I found a release calendar, so maybe we'll see what is this release 2023 release calendar. Okay, this does not have releases any at all. Oh, it does. It started off with like different updates. How many was that so far? 4? Roller Coaster, Summer Comes, Shining Bright, Allergy. Oh, you know what? I think Purple Kiss's Sweet Juice was this year, right? Cabin Fever. Cabin Fever, or Sweet Juice from Cabin Fever is incredible. I'm gonna add that one too, as well. To my top. I'm really contemplating to add like one of the songs from Xpergo NMIX's album, because that was a really good album. But let me stay with these 5 so far. Let me do Les Seraphim's Fear Not. I should write this down. Let me try and write this down. We have Roller Coaster, we have Summer Comes, we have, what did I say? Shining Bright. Just so I can actually add a list here for you guys when I do the video. Shining Bright. What did I say? Allergy. Sweet Juice. Fear Not. Fear Not is a really nice... I'm just a sucker for fan songs. So when a fan song is released, something like Fear Not from Les Seraphim, I'm always like, God damn, I'm caught up in this song. Let's see. Ditto is not from 2023, so I'm not gonna add Ditto. I was contemplating adding Ditto from New Jeans, because that's a really nice song. You know what? I'm gonna do Spicy. I'm gonna do aespa Spicy. Actually, I really like the direction they're going as like a new direction after their initial direction. Ancient guys saying Doxa's really good. I'm not sure I would include it in my top 10, honestly. I think it's more so in my top 20. Kiss of Life will make my list. I'd have to, well, yeah, as you're saying, I'd have to react to them first. Cheshire was not from this year. How many we have so far? 7? Let me actually go back to that most played, because maybe that helps with like most played this year. Oh, you know what? Reason. Reason I'm gonna add. Dreamcatcher's Reason is incredible. I think that was 2023, right? Reason. What about Talk That Talk was 2022. This turned out to be such a lot harder of a of a thing to do than what I initially realized this was going to be. That's 8. Is that enough? Is 8 enough? I have a hard time choosing 2 more. I might, you know what? I might go None of My Business by ITZY. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna add None of My Business. None of My Business. None of My Business from ITZY. I actually don't do many soloists. You're very right about that. I only really listen on the daily to Taeyeon, I think. But she hasn't released anything new. Are there other soloists who's released something this year that I'm just not remembering at all? Who did something this year? I know Heejin from Luna is doing something in October. Then we have Odd Eye Circle. Oh, you know what? I actually want to do all of the IZ*ONE girls because now that I've gotten into IVE and Le Seraphim, both of which have IZ*ONE members, I really want to get into some of the other girls. I know a lot of them, like Kwon Yena, and Joyuri have really successful solo careers. So I really want to. Oh, Chaeyeon, of course. Chaeyeon I want to get into. She recently released something, right? She recently did a comeback. So I most definitely want to get into them. I feel like I want to add like want to do it as for one of the days of the week where I just do like IZ*ONE solos, and it'll be like a different artist each week. Knock, and it's still charting. Damn, okay. That's pretty cool. How many songs does Chaeyeon have now? I think only 2, right? Or at least comebacks. Or what? Not comeback. 1 comeback, 1 debut, I think. 2 singles albums. And I believe Eunbi and Yuri have a lot. Because I keep seeing Eunbi coming up with stuff. Yana recently released something with Wookie. There was a lot of stuff about that. Let's see, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What can I add as just a 10th one? Probably gonna add something from Odd Eye Circle, not gonna lie. I might be going either Love Me Like or Je ne sais quoi. One of those 2, I think. Also a little bit recency bias because I just saw them perform the songs. I'm gonna add Je ne sais quoi. So, oh, you know what? IVE. Ooh, that's a shout, you know. Ooh, IVE's I Am. Ooh, that's a shout. That's a really good song as well. I'm actually gonna do that instead. I think I'm gonna do that one instead. Because I think to try and combat the recency bias. So I'm gonna say my current top 10 in no specific order, because it'd take a longer time to actually rank songs like this. But just my current top 10 from this year, probably the ones I listen to the most currently. would be NMX's Roller Coaster, Oh My Girls, The Summer Comes, CSR's Shining Bright, Your Idol's Allergy, Purple Kiss's Sweet Juice, Le Seraphim's Fear Not, Esper's Spicy, Dreamcatcher's Reason, Itzy's None of My Business, and Ives I Am. Those 10 songs currently, probably, I'd say. So let's finish it with that. That is, let me save this for the video. Let's do that. That's it for the questions. That is it for the questions for today. Boom. See that slick transition. Be like, am I lagging to you guys as well, or is it just me? If it says my OBS says my encoding is overloaded. Okay, good. Good. Maybe just a tiny bit. So let's move on to actually picking out the winners. What we'll be doing. What we will be doing is, because some people said in their comments when they entered the giveaway that they were not necessarily interested in the first prize, probably because they do not live in Europe. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick 3 winners. First winner will have a choice between the 3. Second winner will have a choice between the 2 other prizes. And the third winner will have the last prize that's available. As such, you know, if you're the first winner, you don't necessarily need to get the twice ticket if you're not able to make it. Honestly, I'd rather it goes to someone who is able to make it either way. So I think that's a pretty alright way to do it. So let's do this. Can I hope there's nothing here that's like unsafe for me to show, because if there is, guess I'm done for. Guess I'm done for. Let me change this. I've added giveaway. It should it has 19 entries within the show. I'll obviously, when I pick, I'll just quickly check that they've actually done what they need to do. Over on IG, let me open my IG real quick so that I can check it. Maybe I should just check it on my phone, because for some reason I can't see comments on my browser. I'm not sure if that's just a weird thing. So I'll check on my phone instead. But countdown timer, 8 seconds. Okay. Wait, does that work? I guess that doesn't work. Are you ready? We'll pick the first winner. The first winner will have a choice between a ticket to see Twice in Berlin on the 13th. It's a seated ticket worth around 200 something euros. They will have a choice between that, a light stick of their choice, albeit with certain terms and conditions that are specified in the Instagram post, or an album, same conditions as the light stick. So let's find our first winner and congratulate them. That's a long countdown. Greens Parks 17, who is the winner, says my favorite group right now is NMix, and Dice still remains as my top song from theirs. I just want to say too, I've been standing Twice for quite some time now. Truly the GOATs. I wish all the best for your channel. You deserve it. Thank you, first of all. And good choice. NMix, a really good group. I also absolutely adore Dice as a song. So first winner is going to be Greens Parks. They should be following me, because I put it so that they are following me. But let me just check regardless, just to make sure. Mostly because I can't actually tell you that you've won. So, first winner, Greens Parks. Greens Parks will have a choice. They're not here currently, so I'll just write them on IG, telling them they've won. They will have a choice between all 3 prizes. Whichever prize they'd like will be theirs. And that's how we'll be going. Let's get another one. Can I just redo it? Valid? Can I? No? No? Do I just reload? Or how does this work? Well, okay, let me let me quickly do this. Let me quickly go back. So Greens Park won the first one. How do I? Can I just pick another winner? I should have done so much more research into this one before doing this. So if I just go all the way back to the rules. Next. Oh, your post has already been tried 1 time for free. So I can't use this one anymore because apparently I can only do it once on this side. So what do we do now? I guess we'll do it without all of the fancy stuff, which is just dumb. Do they not have like a? No, that's irritating. That is very irritating. Let's use another. This is so much more scuffed than what it was supposed to be. I'm not sure if there was a way to specify 3 winners. The general settings. No duplicates. I'm not sure. I think there was, but I wasn't sure if it would be if it would divide it into first, second, and third winner. So I didn't pick that. Loading, filtering, done. I'm not sure if this one actually. What's it called? Okay, I don't think it has duplicate uses. At least it says so. So it does say it's loaded 25 comments, but it shouldn't have any duplicates. So let's use this one. Because I put the settings as not allowing duplicates. So let's use this one to pick the second winner. A different Instagram comment picker. Duplicates are not allowed. I didn't turn duplicates on. So let's try and pick a winner. 3, 2, 1. Reggie! Congrats, you're here, right? Reggie says, congratulations on the 5K. Which is honestly some time ago by now. I just was unable to do a video. Been here since 400 subs. Favorite group is Day 6. Been listening to the whole godly discography since the first day you discovered them. Favorite title track would be Time of Our Life. Absolute banger. I don't know if you've seen the Queen and Purcell performance of Time of Our Life, but that's also incredible. I felt so many emotions seeing a group perform that. Since this is the first comeback when I started to stand up. B-side would be So Let's Love. Everything in that song is just perfect. If I were to be picked as a winner, I would like a light. Well, that's perfect. Well, I guess it depends. If it really depends on what the first winner wins. You'll be picking between the 2 other prizes that the first one doesn't. That the first winner does not pick. Since 2019, I've been wanting to have a lightsaber, but I don't really have a necessary means to buy one. Oh yeah, you did say you were going to the Twice concert in the Philippines in October. Wow, it's good to have you know, representation from my own I guess country, being half Filipino myself. So congrats to Reggie being the second winner of the GA, the giveaway. Let me quickly go back to restart this one. Or can I just do... Actually, can I just once again just do like... Wait. Did I do it wrong? Did you guys not see it pick it? Did I have the wrong screen up? Did you guys see it pick? Did you guys see it, you know, pick Reggie when I did it? Or did I not record the screen then? Okay, you saw the winner. Okay, good. I was like, wait a second. I should be able to just pick a winner again, I think. And I guess if it's Green Spark or Reggie, you guys, I'll just re-pick because you guys can't win twice. So let's find the third winner. Pick a winner. 3, 2, 1. Arnold Trinidad, the Samido, whose favorite group is IVE, and the I Am is beautiful. So I guess that's that current favorite track from IVE. Arnold Trinidad, the Samido. I'm not sure what the Samido, if that's how I pronounce the Samido, but congrats on being the third winner. I'll be reaching out to all of you on Instagram. In sequence, I'll obviously start with Green Sparks, and as soon as Green Sparks is picked, I'll reach out to you, Reggie, and then I'll reach out to Arnold, Trinidad, and hopefully you guys will enjoy the prizes that you get in the end. But yeah, actually, I think that's pretty much it for this stream. I'm not sure I'm not sure what else to do for the stream, at least. So I think that's gonna be it. And I'll just be returning to doing some recording for tomorrow's videos. I currently have I have some rendering being done. You guys can probably see my laptop over here where I'm currently rendering. I think it just got done with Itzy's It's Beautiful. Not Itzy's It's Beautiful. What am I saying? It's because you said beautiful, Incheon guy. I was like, It's beautiful. It just got done rendering the It's Turbook 4th episode of the USA one, so that will be up later tonight. Currently doing Need You Project and some Dreamcatcher, G-Idol, Secret Number, and then Queen and Puzzle currently rendering. So I'll get back to recording. Thank you guys for tuning in to this short little stream that turned out to be a lot longer than what I expected it to be, because my plans and everything were really scuffed. I guess I'll cut the video down to the important parts, which are the Q&A and the actual giveaway for uploading a video, so that people can watch. I'll probably also have this here live. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Reggie, Incheon guy, XII Rad, XIIX. You gotta let me know, how do I pronounce your name? XII Rad, IIX. How's this? Because when I said your question, you were the first question for the Q&A. I was like, I don't know how to pronounce this name. Ceratix maybe. I hope you didn't leave already, because I'm trying to find out how to pronounce your name. Oh, Irati is your real name. You just added X's. Oh, okay. So X Irati X, I suppose, is your name. Irati is a pretty cool name. If you don't mind me asking where you're from. I'm also pretty certain I actually know where you're from, or what your name is, Incheon guy, if I'm not mistaken, because I seem to remember what your previous username is. If it is the same person, I believe it's the same person. North of Spain. So you're here from Europe. Very nice. What are you saying, Chingai? Last question. When am I coming back to Korea? You know, if I had the money, I wish I'd just be going tomorrow. Like, currently I'm in student debt, so I don't have too much money. Hopefully soon. I've completely fallen in love with actually being in Korea. I very much like Seoul as a city. So hopefully soon I'll be coming back to Korea. I'd like to say this year, probably not realistic, but hopefully next year I'll be going back to Korea. If I'm going next year, I've been once a year for 3 years, you know. Oh, that would be dope. Last time I wasn't able to go to K-pop shows because I went with some of my friends, whomst none of them are into K-pop. So actually I did get one of them to get into K-pop after the fact, but and also there was only one group having a concert at the time. I think it was only TXT, and those tickets were really expensive for people that weren't into TXT. Like all of my friends that just weren't into K-pop, they wanted to go to a K-pop concert just to experience it, but it was too expensive for them. So I think that's fair. But that would be cool. I'll of course let you know in advance. I guess I'll just write you somewhere. I'm not sure if you're on IG, but if you're on IG, I'll probably just write you there, or on Patreon probably. Yeah, music shows happen every week. That's true. I think that'd be really cool to go to a music show. I haven't been ever. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. As I said, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you guys for watching the channel. Not a lot of you guys have actually been here for a long time. I remember your names, so and your profile pictures. I've seen you guys around. But this has been the Q&A and the giveaway. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I guess I'll see you guys next time. I'm not sure if I can time the fade out, but let me do it anyways so I can edit it into the video. So let me do it, and then I guess I'll just I'll stop the stream. Bye.